Hello and welcome to Our Hearts Are Restless. My name is Alexis. Thank you so much for joining me. So by now I'm pretty sure you've heard about the excommunication of Cardinal Vigano for the crime of schism. And I'm pretty sure you've heard different opinions on the matter. You've probably heard people give the remark of, what about Joe Biden? Or what about Father James Martin? Or what about Nancy Pelosi? You know, they should be excommunicated. This was such a quick thing that they did, that they got to excommunicate Cardinal Vigano, but all these other people who are still going about, you know, in communion with the church, they still haven't gotten any form of inquisition on them. Yes, they have a valid point to a certain degree, but Cardinal Vigano committed a crime against the church, a very serious crime against the church. I don't think people realize that schism is a huge deal. It is a big, big deal, and you cannot let that keep going in the church. Yes, he has helped bring information about different victims of the different sex scandals in the church and different liturgical abuses, but that does not take away from the fact that he is leading people away from Holy Mother Church, and schism is a sacrilege. It should not be allowed. Yes, we need to address the different problems and different people in the church, but addressing those problems shouldn't take you away from the church. Cardinal Vigano has expressed that he does not believe that Pope Francis is the Pope. He does not believe in the authority of Vatican II. Okay, I get it. You have problems with that. Even if Pope Francis is not the Pope, if let's say he is the anti-Pope, how do you solve that problem? By taking yourself away from the church. And I'm saying he took himself away from the church because when they did summon him for the trial, he didn't go. He did not go. And that is pride. That is a problem of pride. Jesus, when they took him to Pontius Pilate, he didn't ignore him. He was there. He didn't just not go. When Joan of Arc was tried, she went and stood her ground and said the truth. If you are innocent, then you go and you defend yourself. But he did not go. And that is one of the things that I found that the traditionalists did not address. The fact that he did not go. He refused to go after a summon from the magisterium of the church. We have to remember that obedience is one of the things that humbles us, that is essential to being in union with God. Yes, we probably should have started with someone like James Martin or even Joe Biden if you want. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are quote-unquote in communion with the church, but who are actually destroying the church by what they do and what they say. Yes, we have to continue to get them, but we cannot say that schism is not a crime. It is one of the greatest crimes that you can commit against the church, because you're taking away union from the church. St. Augustine, during his time, fought a bunch of isms, and one of those isms was Donatism, a schismatic movement saying that only sinless individuals, sinless people, could administer the sacraments. And in St. Augustine's treatise on the baptism against the Donatists, he says, "There is nothing more serious than the sacrilege of schism, because there is no cause for severing the unity of the church. By the false doctrines concerning God, heretics wound faith, but iniquitous dissensions, schismatics deviate from fraternal charity, although they believe what we believe." Though I do consider myself a little bit more of a traditional Catholic, I really don't like labeling myself like that, because with the terms like Tradcat or Novus Ordo Catholic, you're just taking away that unity. You're furthering the divide. It's not helping whatever problems there are in the church. And that's what I mean when it came to Cardinal Vigano's way of addressing things. He had a lot of pride, saying that it was an honor to have this accusation against him, the crime of schism. It was an honor. He didn't go to his summons to defend himself. He basically just stuck his nose up in the air and just kept going his merry way. And didn't even deny any of the things. And I get it. I get his point when he's saying like that he's honored for, you know, with accusations, but that doesn't change the fact that you did not defend yourself. And that means you did exactly as they are saying. Christ defended himself by telling the truth. Joan of Arc didn't refuse to answer. Yes, perhaps there are some things that have been said that were unjust towards Cardinal Vigano, but that doesn't make it right for him to not to want to be separated, because the very act of refusing to go to his trial to defend himself, it just tells everything about him and what he believes, and that he knows that he will be separated, and he might as well be instead of defending himself. I think that if you believe that you are in union with the church, with what you believe and what you do, then it would have been no problem for you to just go and say exactly that. Those in the magisterium who listen to it, to what you have to say, might get it wrong, just like they did with Joan of Arc, but at least you said the truth and you didn't cower away from that opportunity. We must pray for Cardinal Vigano. It is not good that he's been excommunicated. It is very, very bad. The fact that there are Catholics that are focusing on the fact, like, oh, what about him, instead of addressing the actual thing that's currently happening, is also crazy. I feel like there's just this tendency to look outward, to always look outward, but what we need to do is look inside and solve the problem from the inside. We should stay united. Anyway, I hope this helps some of you out there who might be confused or don't know what to think, who are questioning their faith. Yes, you could have the Latin Mass outside the church, but you don't have unity with Christ. Christ established one holy apostolic church, and he doesn't want you to go out there and make a new one. I love the Latin Mass. I'm so grateful that we still have it today as a form of liturgy. The Latin Mass is absolutely beautiful, but if you have the Latin Mass but you don't have union with Christ, what does it serve? Anyways, guys, thank you so much again for joining me. My name is Alexis, and I shall see you next time. God bless.